All right, new team members, it is our welcome call. So I'm so thrilled. I always love to do this call for our new team members. I'm Michelle Zito, your company vice president, and I've been with Park Lane for a little over 4 years now and in direct sales for 18 years. And of course, my job is to train you and cheer you on so that you can have a super successful business here at Park Lane. If we aren't already friends on Facebook, then I definitely would like you to friend me from our Shine On page. So I'm the one that says Michelle Walsh Zito. So if you haven't already, please send me a friend request. That way we can be Facebook friends and you'll have easier access to me. So I am so thrilled to welcome you all to our team. Please know that I do generally do this call weekly because it's important that everyone on the team gets all the same information. And it's good for you to know this because that means when you have a brand new team member, they're going to come on the same call and get the same information. So it's not like, oh, I don't want to recruit somebody because I don't know what to do yet. You don't have to know what to do. We do it for you, and we teach you how to do it eventually. But this call gets done for the whole organization pretty much every single week. So tonight's call, we're going to focus on earning free jewelry for you with bonus bling and rich rewards and how to have a fun and successful launch party and also just general start to your business. So are you ready to take some notes? And speaking of notes, I am going to share some words that work with you, but I'm going to show you where they are on the field interface so that you're not trying to write down a whole entire script of what to say on the telephone. So I am going to show you where that's located as well. So, Park Lane is really generous with us. They know that a strong start is essential to our success. So as new team members, you're entitled to a bonus bling package in addition to the rich reward packages that all of us get to earn every single month. And that's, of course, in addition to your commission checks. Because at no time are we getting paid in jewelry. Okay, we get paid in money and we earn jewelry as an extra bonus. So let's jot down some numbers real quick. Please write down 12 to 15 average orders. So 12 to 15 average orders. Okay, next, write down $1,000 in sales. And then lastly, write $300 in commission. Now, what do these numbers mean? When you collect 12 to 15 average orders for your launch party, and I know that you all know 12 to 15 people that have ears and a neck and fingers, okay, then you can expect at least $1,000 worth of customer orders, which is going to give you $300 in commission. So does that sound good? I hope that's a yes. So it is very common for new fashion directors to want to add jewelry to their kits. So we don't want to be spending all of our commission on our kits. So instead, when you submit $1,000 in sales in your first 5 weeks, you will earn bonus bling package number 1. And that bonus bling package is $250 worth of pre-selected jewelry for $49. So there's a form right on our team page that you'll fill out to redeem it. And then this pre-selected jewelry will show up right at your house. Okay, so that's in addition to our rich rewards. And that is the program that allows us to earn about $800 worth of jewelry and supplies every single month. So that's a program that you'll probably go over one-on-one with your recruiter. But there are the main levels that you really want to shoot for are level 1, which is when you sell $1,000 worth of jewelry in the first 2 weeks of the month. Because when you do that, you get to pick out $250 worth of jewelry of your choice. Level 3 is Ensemble of the Month, $2,500 in sales, and you get Ensemble of the Month, and that is just completely free jewelry that shows up at your house. So this month in May, we're earning the Gelato necklace. When you sell 2,500 net non in the month of May, which ends on May 30th, then you will receive a free Gelato necklace in the mail. And the level 5 is the 2 recruits level. When you have 2 team members join your team, you get another $300 worth of jewelry. So those are great benchmarks. There are other levels as well. So having a successful launch show that your leader is probably doing for you in some way, that is important to earning your bonus bling package and making sure that you have business that extends beyond your family and friends. So there are 3 steps to make your launch party a success. Number 1 is to over-invite and invite everybody. Number 2 is to invite using multiple methods and to know what to say. And number 3 is to fill your calendar with parties to earn all 3 bonus bling, to earn your bonus bling package. Okay, so step 1, which is to over-invite and invite everyone to what I suggest is 2 launch parties. Now, I highly recommend doing the 2 different launch parties. If geography allows, one of them can be with your leader, and then one of them will be on your own without your leader. Now, why? When you invite people for Friday and they say, oh, I wish I could, but I have a school function with Michael that night, then you're able to say, oh, no problem. I'm having another one Sunday at 1 o'clock. I would love for you to come to that one. So that people with a genuine scheduling problem, you can overcome by having that alternate date. So usually 1/3 of the people that you invite will be able to attend your launch. And so if you invite 30 people, you can figure that 7 to 10 people will be there. And that's a good number, but I say take advantage of the fact that your leader's going to probably be there with you and get as many guests there as you can. So this also, doing the 2 launches, allows you to double the amount of people that will see the jewelry at your launch. So make a list of everyone that you're going to invite and ask your friends and family to help you think of names. And as you're doing this, diversify your list and don't prejudge people. People that you think aren't going to have the money to spend, invite them anyway. They may want to book a show in order to earn the jewelry for free, or they may want to join your team so they can start earning money. If you think someone's going to be too busy and she's going to say no, just invite them anyway. Maybe she's overworked. She wants the fun night out. And you know what? The busiest people seem to get the most done, and somehow they find a way there. Don't forget to invite your neighbors. Did you ever look out the window and you see a whole bunch of cars outside your neighbor's house and you're like, oh, I guess Fran's having a party. And then you know you're not invited to Fran's party? Don't be that neighbor. Just invite everybody so that no one gets insulted, no one's talking about you and saying, oh, what'd she have going on and she didn't invite them. You only insult people by not inviting them, not ever by inviting them. So just invite everybody and just let them decide if they want to come or not. Now, can you invite your out-of-state family and friends? Absolutely. They may not be taking a road trip to come, but they can certainly place an order, and that's going to help you get to the magical 10 orders on your launch party, which is going to help you earn $400 in free jewelry. So now let me ask you this. How many of you would like a 5% raise from Park Lane? Would anyone care for a raise? Because if the answer is yes, which I assume is all of you, when one person joins you in this business, then you get a 5% raise. And here's a quick tip. Most people's first person that joins them in the business is a friend or family member, because it's so easy to call your sister, your cousin, your best friend, your neighbor and say, I can't even believe how much fun this is. I cannot even believe how much free jewelry I have. I would love for you to do this with me. You should come check it out. And then she's like, okay. it doesn't have to be so technical about paperwork and what do I have to share and where do I sign them up. Just invite them with enthusiasm and let your leader deal with the rest of it. She'll get her signed up for you. She's going to do the launch for you. You just share it from your heart. So, here's the other thing. If your recruit stops selling at some point down the road, and that was your only recruit, you don't lose your new title of branch director. You don't lose your 5% raise. Here at Park Lane, when you promote to a new level, you keep that level and all its perks as long as you are in the business. So that is a super exciting thing, and that is very unique to Park Lane. Any other direct seller, if you ever demote or, when you're not meeting requirements or, that causes demotions and you lose money, and that does not hurt. That does not happen here. Now, here's what that 5% raise kind of looks like in reality. If you had a jewelry show tonight that closed at $600 in sales, right now as a fashion stylist, that would have earned you $180. But if you had one team member, you would have earned 35% commission, and now you would have earned $210 on that same party. So wouldn't you rather earn $210 versus $180 for the exact same amount of work? So assuming your answer there is yes, and then think of that, times how many shows a month. That is $20 extra times 5 shows. You just made an extra $100. That's a big difference. And actually, it's more than that, right? 180. Oh, no, that's $40 more a show. 4, 8, 12, 16. That's $200 plus dollars more if you were doing 5 shows in a month. So when people ask you about your business, just be confident, but be honest, hey, I'm not really exactly sure what I'm doing, but I do know that I'm wearing the jewelry, I'm getting compliments on it, and I'm having fun. Would it be okay if I had my friend, and then you fill in your leader's name here. So would it be okay if I had my friend Jen or my friend Michelle or my friend Becky, give you a call? She's really nice and she's not pushy, and she can answer all of your questions the way that she answers mine. That's all you have to say. And then that way we can get their questions answered. And if they like what they hear, we get them launched and you get a raise. So please call or text me or your leader whenever this happens so that we can get that person on the phone. Okay, so that's part 1, which is the 2 launch parties, over-inviting and inviting everybody. Okay, the second step is using the multiple methods to invite and knowing what to say. So the most successful team members do lots of forms of inviting, such as making phone calls, and this is the same things you're going to teach your future hostesses, okay? Making phone calls, shooting out texts, shooting out individual private messages on Facebook. If you want to email or use an Evite, you can do that. You can do a Facebook group or a Facebook event. And you can, of course, mail or hand out in the actual paper or postcard invitations. The people who do not have great launches are the people that are depending on one mass email, that are group texting, that are group Facebook messaging, or that think that just a Facebook event is enough in order to get people to come to the show. Okay, no group chats, no group messages, because what happens with that, first of all, it's annoying. And second of all, when people get a group text invite and the first person responds no, that kind of sets off a chain of all the other no's, and then everybody else thinks, oh, no one's going. Meanwhile, that might have been 3 people out of 20 on the group text, right? So we don't want that setting that bad message. Okay, so what do you say when you're inviting people? Now, I'm going to show you where these scripts are, okay? So, I'm going to show you my screen because this helps you know where to find these things. So when you go on to Park Lane, it will bring you onto your dashboard, and then you're going to go into the field interface, and go to the downloads. What I'm looking for here is the electronic version of this, the Getting Started, A Guide to Your Success. Okay, so we're going to go to the downloads, and the reason why is that you're not going to have, to get this booklet, you can just print this out if you want. So here it is, Getting Started, A Guide to Your Success. So again, I just went to the Fields interface, I went into the downloads, and then I clicked Getting Started. And here's the very same brochure that I was showing you. Okay, so as you look this over, you'll see that here's all the different types of shows that we can do. And this is what you actually want to do before you start inviting. Okay, you're going to personalize this calendar first. So today is Tuesday, May 1st. So you're going to write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. on here. Mark off your launch. So let's say your launch is Friday and Sunday. You're going to have launch. You'll probably get your kit somewhere in here, which means you can start doing shows on your own here and here, right? So if that's how yours is going to lay out, now you've identified the dates that you want to work. So first what you're going to do is cross off any dates that you definitely cannot work. So this Sunday here is your sister's bridal shower. This is a parent-teacher conferences up at school. Here you have a dentist appointment. Okay, these are things that you're not changing and that you're not working on. But then, highlight all of the remaining boxes so that you know what dates you can work when people are wanting a show. So, as you continue to scroll down, here's where you're going to make your list of who to invite. Okay, so these are going to be, this was a really helpful list of who to invite. So you can start making a list of your friends and your neighbors. And as you make this list, really expand. Your neighbors are not just your neighbors right now. What about the neighbors at the place you used to live? What about the neighbors at your mom's house? Like, think of all the different people you know that fall into the category of a neighbor. Your relatives, that's not just your sister. What about your cousins? What about your cousin's friends that you know from her block party every year? It can be people that you know through these people. Okay, coworkers of all jobs you've ever held. So see how there are all kinds of categories here to help you make your contact list. And then as promised, here are the things to say. Okay, so you're really just using these words right here. Hi, Sue, it's Michelle. I am so excited. I'm starting my own business as a stylist with Park Lane Jewelry. And I thought of you because your opinion is so important to me, and I wanted you to see the amazing jewelry that I'm going to be showing to start my business. So then you can continue on. Do you have any plans for next Friday? I would really love to have you here when I introduce my new business to my closest friends and family. I can't wait for you to see the jewelry. Do you know anyone who loves jewelry too? Please bring her with you. I'm going to send you an invitation to remind you. And thank you so much for your support. I can't wait to see you. If they say they can't come, I'm so sorry you can't be here, but I would still love for you to see the jewelry. We have an unbelievable sale going on right now. I'll get would it be, actually what I want you to say here is, would it be okay if I stop by one day next week to show you the jewelry? I would love to get your opinion on the jewelry that came in my kit. The more that you are in front of the jewelry, that people are in front of the jewelry, the better your business is going to be. Okay, so those are some great and easy words. Now, the next page in this booklet shows you about getting shows on your calendar besides your own show, meaning that people who You want to invite people to your show, but you also want to schedule shows so that when you do your launch, you already have other shows booked as well. If you wait for your launch to book your next show, you're going to have a lull in between, which is very disappointing because you're always so excited to get out to your next show. So that's where these words come in. So, hi Sue, it's Michelle. I couldn't wait to call you. I'm a new stylist with Park Lane Jewelry. Have you ever heard of Park Lane? It's beautiful fashion jewelry in every style and price range, and we have a crazy sale going on right now. So here's the best part. I'm looking for 2 people to help me start my business by just having a few friends over. I need 1 large gathering and 1 little gathering. Would you be able to have one of those for me? It's just a fun girls' night out. And then let them decide if they want to have the little or the large, and let them decide how many that entails. Some people, a little gathering is 8. Some people, a little gathering is 3. So if someone thinks a little gathering is 8 people, let them think that's a little. Actually, that's a lot, but that's okay. So then you can refer back to this calendar. Because if you say, okay, you really want to narrow it down by choices. So if they say, okay, if you tell them, okay, I have weekdays and weekends, which is better for you? She says, oh, I guess a weekday would be better. Weekends are a little crazy with this kid's sports. She could say, all right, so I have Thursday the 7th and Thursday the 14th, which is better. And then you're giving her a choice, and then you pick the time. If she says weekend, then you can say, okay, day or evening? Oh, day, a brunch would be nice. Okay, I have Saturday the 17th and Sunday the 29th, which is better. So see how it's 2 choices, then 2 choices, then pick a day. Because if you just say, okay, when do you want to have it? Now she's like, well, May's really busy because I have this, that, and the other thing. And then it turns into, all right, well, let me let you know. Yeah, just let me know. You'll still be waiting for her to let you know in August. So it's the reason why people have trouble booking is if they have trouble making the decision of when to have it and making the decision of what time. So when you help direct them into that, it gets done. Just like when you call to make a doctor's appointment or something, or a hair salon appointment, they tell you what's available, and you pick from that. So that's the same way you're going to run your business. That is the beauty of being your own boss. Okay? So, if people say no to coming to your show, no to letting you having their own show, no to stopping by to the jewelry, to see for the one-on-one to see the jewelry that came in your kit, well then, I want you to remember that it doesn't mean like, no, Tyne, I hate you. That is such an annoying question. Why would you ask me such a thing? Don't ever call me again. Okay, that's you making the no very personal. And the no isn't personal at all. It's really just like, it could just mean no, not right now. My schedule is a little too busy to do it in May, but I could do it in June. Maybe they meant they couldn't do it at the beginning of May, but they could do it at the end of May. And maybe they just don't want to ever have it, and that's okay too. Hopefully they'll come to an event at some point. But just please always remember that it is nothing personal when people just say no, because that's just part of it. You told no to somebody probably 3 different times today. And I promise you they're not sitting around in the fetal position right now, so don't worry about it. Now, can you start collecting orders? Can you book shows? Can you find your first team members before your first launch show? You absolutely can. You can start building those orders right now, and building that calendar right now, because the faster you do all of this to start, the more successful your business is going to be. Okay, so when you are ready to learn more, to move on to your next step of the training, what you're going to do is, how do I get, how can I move this? Oh, okay, let's try that again. when you go to the field interface, the most important part of the website for you to know is right here, PL 101. Just like in college, all the 101 is the basics. Okay, so here is where all of your basic training information is. So when you're ready to do your launch and you want to start preparing for your launch, then here is what you're going to take a look at. Okay, so some of these are the same goals that we talked about earlier. The Getting Started booklet. This is the one that came in your kit and is stapled inside of your folder that came in your starter kit. And this tracker is laying out for you. I highly recommend printing this. This is where you're going to be able to track what you have achieved in your training. When are your first shows? What is my recruiter's phone number? Here are people I'd like to join me. These are the videos that I've watched, because if you look here, each one of these categories teaches you more about your business. So these are videos that show you how to do a show, what to say in your show opening. These are the words of how to talk to your hostess and just ways to increase attendance, ways to work with your hostesses, all of these things that help make you money. So the Park Lane 101 is a really helpful resource. And then, of course, the other place you're going to spend most of your time is here in order entry. Okay, so that's where you're going to enter your shows. You don't have to worry about that so much right now, but I just wanted you to see where it was. One other spot that I will allow you to click, two other spots. Number one is this. See where it says the network, and it's also here. This is the network magazine, and this is what tells you all the specials for the month. And it gives you sales ideas. It talks about whatever promotions are going on this month and all the exciting things going on at Park Lane at the beginning of each month. And then this icon I will also allow you to click. That is video training. If you need help with booking shows, click where it says bookings and pick one and watch it. And then call your leader and say, hey, I found a really nice video of Michelle on the field interface on all the ways to plant different booking and recruiting seeds at my show. And she's going to say, oh, good. That might just be the best one on the whole field interface. No, but she's going to, I promise you, your leader is familiar with booking and recruiting seeds. Okay? Maybe what you need help with is how to make personal appointments because you want to do some one-on-ones, so to get some shows booked and to take individual orders. Well, here's a whole bunch of videos on that topic. So I know that kind of like binge watching videos is like the new way to do stuff. So you can really have a good time training yourself in here, and always follow up with your leader to let her know what it is that you are working on and what you've seen. So I'm going to stop the recording, and then if you have any questions, I will take those questions. But welcome to the team, and I look so forward to helping you be super successful in your business. So I'm just going to stop the recording.